Hi everyone, it's Danny. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another guest design layout for Coco Vanilla Studio using the beautiful new Unforgettable collection. And I have some of my wedding photos here. These are on the old side. I got married in 2010, so it was a while ago now. And yes, I am only just getting around to scrapbooking my wedding photos, but I've done a couple now and I'm really getting back into it. So I have a cut file here. It's a stack of roses, you can see. I'm not sure where it's from. I apologize. But I am starting out with the paper pack and I'm going through to try and find a background paper. When I turned that cut file on its side, I really liked the diamond shape that it made, so I am going to try and do something with that. So I pulled out this beautiful watercolory mixed media background. I really love it, and I've decided I'm going to use that. First I'm going to go ahead and back my cut file. Now I'm only going to back every second rose with pattern paper. So I'm going to go in with this stripy turquoise, I think that hot pink spot, and then a peach. And I'm just doing a little bit of tacky glue all around the edge of the cut file, and then I am sticking it down, and then I will go in with my scissors and trim off the excess. So I've gone ahead and sped this up super fast so you don't have to sit here watching me, but this is basically my most commonly used technique for backing a cut file. Just stick and then trim. Okay, that's done, and now I'm going to go ahead and back the other 4 roses just with some plain vellum. Just wanted it to be a bit more soft and light and airy and not too busy, so adding that vellum in helps to cut down on all the patterns. There are going to be quite a few patterns used in this layout, but I really love how it turns out in the end. So I'm going through here and just cutting out this center of this paper. So I want a diamond shaped center. Well, it's really just a square turned on its side, but a diamond shaped section. And I'm cutting it out of the center so that I can keep that outside portion for a paper border later. So I've decided to use the gorgeous wood grain. I think I've used this on every layout so far that I've made. I just love this wood grain. It's stunning. So I'm going to use that for my very outside border. Just going to glue this piece down onto some white cardstock. I just want a bit of a white border around that to help separate the patterns from each other. Just helps it from becoming too overwhelming to look at. There we go. I'm really liking this so far. Just fussing around, trying to get my placement right. Thinking about where my photo will go. I thought about using that one with the parasol, but I end up going with the black and white one, and I'm glad I made that choice because, like I said, there ends up being a lot of patterns and colors on this layout, and the black and white photo just really helps, really pops on that colorful background. So going through with my little guillotine trimmer and just trimming my photo down. There's quite a bit of unnecessary background in the back of that, so next I'm going to border my photo with a white border again. I almost always do this, and I'm just using cardstock. Trim that up. I'm pretty sure I cut through. Yep, I've just sped this up fast again. Mainly because it bores me to tears watching me back photos. There we go. And that is where my photo is going to go, so I have a good idea of my placement. Now I'm taking the leftover vellum and I'm going to tear some strips off it. I want to add another layer behind that diamond, so I'm just doing a few torn edges there and cutting it into strips so that I end up with 4 little strips of vellum. And I'm just going to stick them on with, and this is when my ATG, of course, perfect timing as usual, decides to run out of tape. So I've just grabbed my double-sided tape here because I didn't want to stop what I was doing to go and reload my ATG. So just sped that up fast as well. And then I'm just going to I'm making sure the vellum's going to fit in those sections, and it does just. So I'm just going to layer those behind. Gives a really nice soft effect. I really love using vellum on layouts. Okay, just a piece on either side there, and I just fix up that edge a little bit. And there we go. Now it doesn't reach quite to the corners, but that doesn't matter because that's going to get trimmed off. So it reaches the edge of the paper, that's the important thing. Okay, so I've stuck that down, and I've just trimmed off those little extra points. And now I'm going to back my cut file with some adhesive foam. I'm just putting this behind the pattern paper parts of the cut file there, because obviously you'd be able to see it through the vellum. And now I'm just taking some white gesso. I just wanted to blur out this background a little bit. So I'm just going around on the spots where it's going to be overlapping the cut file. So just outside of the edge of the cut file there. And I do a little bit in the center of the paper as well. A lot of it gets covered up. I didn't really need to do this, but I just felt like when I was looking at it with the pattern papers on the cut file and that busy background paper, it was just a bit much for me. So now I'm backing my photo with some pattern papers. I just use this turquoise. These are from the 6x8 paper stack. The turquoise, and then this black and white polka dot. And I'm pretty sure that's all I do for my photo mats. I will go in and distress the edges. I just use my scissors. Do that. Go. And then messing with photo placement again. So I'm going to pop up the edges of the photo that are hanging off the cut file, because that cut file's popped up on foam. So I just wanted to give a bit of support under that bit of the photo. And this is just single-sided adhesive foam that I get from Spotlight. Okay, I did have a look at the foam titles for this layout. I think it was just a bit too much with the big bold titles. So I decided to use one of the pieces from the cut-apart sheet. And I really like the soft wood grain. It's a slightly different wood grain to the background paper, which I like. And it has, we don't remember the days, we remember moments, which is perfect really for a wedding day, because anyone who's got married knows that the day goes so quickly. And at the end, you're just left with memories of special moments of the day. So I thought it was perfect. I backed it on a bit of that peach pattern paper that I used in the cut file. I just wanted to make it pop a little bit more. I really love how that looks. And now I'm going to embellish. I use lots of florals. I used the 2 big florals out of the embellishment pack, and then I think I use half the embellishment pack on this layout. I just go to town with florals. I love all the florals in this collection. They're stunning and they look amazing on this layout. I'm so happy with how it turns out. So I'm just tucking them either side of this, of the diamond, I suppose. I'm trying to get that diagonal flow from the top right down to the bottom left, following through my photo and my title along that line as well. And so my 2 main clusters are on that diagonal at the top and the bottom corners, but I've also tucked in a couple on either side of my photo there. Just little clusters. They're not really, I guess you couldn't even call them clusters really. They're just sort of framing my photo a little bit. And then a couple of little butterflies. I have bent them so the wings pop up, and I do pop a bit of foam underneath the wings later off camera. And then I'm going to start gluing everything down. I'm really happy with it. So I'm just using my tacky glue, just a little spot of glue. Hold everything down. For these florals, I'm going to trim a little piece or a little strip of adhesive foam, and I'm just going to run that all along the edge that is going to be sitting out. I just want that to really pop up off the page, give some more dimension. I will also go through and sort of bend them up with my fingers a little bit as well. There you go, and then that just creates that beautiful shadow, makes it look really 3-dimensional and really lovely. And for a little finishing touch, a bit of splattering. I'm using my white Liquitex acrylic ink. I love this stuff. It makes nice opaque splatters, and I'm just using a tiny little paintbrush so I get nice delicate little splatters going all over the page basically. And very last thing I will add is some enamel dots. These are the white ones off the enamel dot set, and I love these enamel dots. They're the perfect size. Super pretty. So a cluster of 3 in each of the corners there. I lied, not the last thing I did. I pulled in some tiny word stickers as well. So these are off the accessory sticker sheet. I'm putting a couple down the bottom there, or just one down the bottom there that says the best day. Then this one I'm trying to tuck in says happy days. Trying to find a spot for it. Does end up going there, I think. And then one right at the top of my photo that says unforgettable you. And that's it. Here come the close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to go check out the Coco Vanilla Studio blog. I'm up on there today with this layout, and you'll see lots of gorgeous layouts using this new collection as well. Bye guys.